Good afternoon, Artesians, and happy Tuesday. I'm Ezra Pauley.
And I'm Austin Bray, and here are today's announcements. Dance Marathon is sponsoring Stop the Bop, November 7th through the 11th. Bring in your money. Baby Shark will be playing every passing period until they reach their goal of raising $500 in 1 week. Find a teacher with the red bucket to donate.
Dance Marathon is also selling cinnamon rolls now until November 17th. Scan the QR code on the flyers around the school to order.
Veterans Day is this Friday, and MHS is holding a special program in the gym following second period. Mr. Bell stopped by the MHS Rewind studio today to talk about Veterans Day and a former MHS student who lost his life serving his country.
Hello, Martinsville High School staff, students. I want to talk to you a little bit today about the special program we're having this Friday, Veterans Day, which will, as long as I'm around, always going to be a special day. And one of the speakers that day is going to talk about a special person that, as long as I'm around, will never be forgotten. That young man's Ryan Frischie. Ryan was a 2002 graduate of Martinsville High School. Outstanding young man. I had the honor and pleasure of being able to be around him and coach him his senior year on a basketball team that made the regional final down at Seymour with a big win in the regional semifinals. Ryan was a big part of that. Well-respected member here at the school. Ryan was so moved by the events of 9/11 there in New York at the World Trade Center that he literally went and enlisted in the military the next day during his senior year. And I still remember that day very vividly of him being so moved and enlisting and being enlisted during his senior year. Ryan Frischie was a special person. He lost his life for our country, sacrificed for our country in Afghanistan in 2007. And through the course of his military career, he had an outstanding career, front lines. He spent time in the Old Guard, which guards the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. So he had a great military career. And as I say, his life was cut way too short, killed in action in Afghanistan in 2007. His mom, Valita Frischie, is going to be here to speak to us at the Veterans Day program this Friday, and she'll do a wonderful job. But I wanted to tell you just a little bit more about Ryan before that day arrives, so that you go into the program Friday knowing a little bit about Ryan, his past, his background, and things like that. So I want to read a few things to you. This was written at the time of Ryan's funeral. William Ryan Frischie soldiered like he played basketball. He was a workman, not a showboat. He eschewed the limelight and instead took pleasure in doing his duty quietly, but with considerable competence. So said 5 eulogists at Frischie's funeral. Most of the mourners already knew it. However, Martinsville is not a big town, and Frischie and his family are well known. About 1,000 townsfolk filled the high school auditorium for the 2-hour service. Frischie, 23, an Army Staff Sergeant, was killed on July 27th, this was in 2007, when the 5-man patrol he led near the city of Kammu, Afghanistan, came under heavy small arms and rocket grenade fire. Elmer Reynolds, a longtime civic leader in Martinsville and the city's unofficial historian, said Frischie's death had a greater impact on Martinsville than any other event since World War II, as far as awakening in the community the patriotic fervor. Ryan had a major impact. As we said, basketball player, outstanding student, worked hard. Mr. Bowen had said at the time, Ryan couldn't shoot, couldn't dribble well, couldn't run fast, jump high. How did he make a high school basketball team and help that team to the regional final? With heart and smarts. He played within himself, refrained from taking bad shots, refrained from doing anything stupid. He never let anyone down, said Sergeant First Class Dennis Brady, who knew Frischie in the Army. Nor did he smoke, drink, or curse, Brady said. All the requirements of an infantryman, but we accepted him anyway. What I learned from Ryan was humility, said Robert Meacham, who also served with Frischie. Ryan was meek. We confuse meek with weak. Ryan was not weak. He was power restrained. Ryan joined the Army right out of high school and rose quickly. He received his expert infantryman's badge in just 4 months, the youngest soldier in his company to earn the distinction. He was selected for the elite Old Guard, which means Arlington National Cemetery, and marched in President Bush's second inaugural parade. But he joined the Army to fight the war, said his friend and fellow Staff Sergeant Stephen Kuhn. So off he went to Afghanistan. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about Ryan Frishy, hero here from Martinsville High School, one of us, one of you. And as long as I'm around, Veterans Day is going to be a special day. Every day is a special day, but Veterans Day is going to be celebrated. Ryan Frishy will never be forgotten, so I wanted to share a little bit about Ryan and his background so that you knew something before the program on Friday. And we're looking forward to it, and keep the train rolling here at Martinsville High School. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Bell. Attention sophomores and juniors. Are you interested in getting involved with prom? Do you have creative ideas, leadership skills, and just want to have fun? Stop by room 123 or the Fieldhouse team room to see Mrs. Wortman or Mr. Whitney for a prom committee application. As part of the prom committee, you will be in charge of conducting fundraisers, choosing the theme for the 2023 prom, and working prom night. Applications will be accepted until November 18th. The prom committee will have its first meeting the week of Thanksgiving. Any sophomore is welcome to apply.
Attention seniors, are you interested in becoming the class president? How about the vice president, the secretary, or the treasurer? Class election information can be picked up from Mr. Urban in room 205. Completed application forms must be submitted to Mr. Urban no later than Friday, November 11th. The election will take place on Friday, November 18th. The entire senior class will receive a link to a Google document to place their votes. The results will be read on the announcements on Monday, November 21st.
Luke Cheatham is hosting a 3-on-3 tournament tonight in the main gym at 6 o'clock. All you need is 2 friends. The winning team will receive $50. Yes, $50. And it is completely free to play.
Frank's 3-on-3 basketball tournament. I'll see you there.
Birthdays today, we have Casey Etter, River Jackson, and Lucy Selberg. Happy birthday, guys.
That's it for today's announcements. For Ezra Pauly and the rest of the RTV2 class, I'm Austin Bray.
Thanks for watching, have a great rest of your day, and always remember to enjoy the ride.